Hey guys, this is Christian from Low Rated Duelists, and I'm bringing you my True King Dinosaur deck profile. Once the new Dinosaur Structure deck and Maximum Crisis are released in the TCG, we'll all be able to make this deck, and it's getting a lot of hype right now for good reason. It seems like it's going to be really great. So typically you want to go first and set up a board with your XYZ monsters that your opponent really just can't get over, but the deck does have OTK potential because of Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, which is a new boss monster who's coming out in the Structure deck. I'm going to try to explain how the deck works as best I can. The replays will go a long way in showing too, because there's a lot of plays you can make. But basically it revolves around destroying your own monsters and special summoning off of them. This card is Dragonic Diagram. It's the field spell for the True Kings that searches out any True King monster. I run 3 of the Water and 3 of the Earth True King. I run 3 Terraforming as well because getting to this card is really just that important. It really sets off your combo pieces because it destroys a card in your hand or you control, which then sets things off. Typically, ideally, you want to destroy the Water True King because when he's destroyed, he special summons an Earth one right from the deck. And then you can also add the Earth one to your hand. And what you want to do with these guys is destroy Baby Ceratosaurus and Pterodons for the most part. This guy special summons level 4 or lower dinos, and this guy special summons level 4 or higher dinos. Pterodon has the restriction that they can't attack that turn, but you're usually going to overlay with it, it's not going to be that big of a deal. So this guy special summons him, he special summons him from the graveyard, which normally you're going first, so it really doesn't come into play that much, but you have to destroy 2 monsters. One of for the Earth True King, one of them at least has to be Earth. For the Water, one of them at least has to be Water. If they're both Earth, you can banish from your opponent's extra deck, and if they're both Water, you can banish spells or traps, which really isn't that great of a play in this deck. So what you're going to do is basically, you're spamming rank 4 dinosaurs to overlay for Laggias, and then overlay the True Kings for a True King VFD, which is an amazing XYZ card. So there's really not much more to it than that, but you just have to learn what all the cards do so that you can make the right plays. It took a lot of testing for me to figure out really how to do things, and even every once in a while I still learn new things, and I'll misplay every once in a while. Because there's just so many different effects. Oviraptor is probably the best level 4 in the deck. When he's normal special summoned, you add a dino from your deck to your hand or send it straight to the graveyard. He has an additional effect of targeting a level 4 or lower dino in the field and destroying it, then special summoning a dinosaur from the graveyard. It's really great. It sets up, rank 4 plays, and then you plus off the destruction as it is. So this is just an amazing, amazing, amazing card. This is Miscellaneousaurus. So you banish him from the graveyard to special summon dinos from the deck equal to the level of the number of dinosaurs you banish along with him. You also have the effect of sending him from the hand to the graveyard to make your dinosaurs immune to opponent's monster effects activated during the main phase. So every once in a while, my opponent will set up a Crystal Wing, I'll just pitch this guy from the hand to the graveyard, and my opponent's like, well, I kind of have to negate that because I can't do anything else if I don't negate this guy. So it's just kind of baits out a negation, and it's a really great card because then once it's in the grave, you can special summon things with it. I've run 3 Megalo Smasher X, new level 4 dino. It's a normal. You can run vanillas in this deck because you're just overlaying for dinosaurs and you can just also use them as beaters if you're trying to go for the win. But you can overlay for Laggias, Dolkas, any rank 4, and Megalo Smasher also opens up the option of making Bahamut Shark and Tree Toad. Then I've just run 1 Rescue Rabbit because of that, because you can go for these awesome normal plays. Ultimate Conductor Tyranno is the new boss monster. You special summon him by banishing 2 dinosaurs from your graveyard, which is really not that steep of a cost. It's always set up for you. And once per turn during either player's main phase, you can destroy 1 monster you control in your hand. It flips all your opponent's monsters face down, and then you can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. And if they're in defense position, you send them right to the grave and inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. So it doesn't destroy, you can get over a lot of cards that can't be destroyed, and burn your opponent for a lot of damage in the process. I also run 2 of the Dogoron, the Mad Flame Kaiju, because he is searchable with Oviraptor, and also you can even special summon him with Pterodon. If you're afraid of your VFD getting Kaiju'd, you might special summon this guy so that your opponent can't Kaiju because you already control one. Or you can just search it out and Kaiju over your opponent's big monsters. I think that covers all the monster cards. I know there's a lot of effects to go over. 2 Max C just to make the deck a little faster, or in a really, really sticky spot. If you need to destroy another Earth monster with the Disaster, you can destroy a Max C if you think you're going to win that turn and you won't need it, that is an option. So for the extra deck, let's see what we've got. We've got True King VFD, it's the main card you want to make, 2 or more level 9s. You can overlay with 3 True Kings if you want. Normally you don't get 3 on the board, but it is possible, I've done it. So once per turn, you detach 1 XYZ material, then declare a type. All your opponent's monsters become that type, and for the rest of the turn, they cannot activate their effects or attack. It's really, really, it just makes your opponent's plays so much more difficult because their monsters can't do anything. Also, the other big monster you're going to want to go for is Laggia. He's basically a walking, talking, thrashing, stomping, solemn judgment. You can detach 2 to stop a normal special summon or a spell trap card to negate it and destroy it. Really awesome card, and you need 2 level 4 dinos to make it, which was what makes this deck so awesome. 2 Dolkas, this guy negates monster effects and destroys more than once per turn. You only have to detach 1 and you can do it twice. So in the event that I can't get a true King VFD out, I usually go for Dolka because I can negate 2 monster effects rather than go for a Laggia where I can only negate a summon or a spell or trap. But it's really just a matter of preference. I also run the Utopia Brigade for Lightning. It's just kind of a generic rank 4 staple. Bahamut and a Tree Toad, because you can make it, like I said, with Megalo Smasher. Other generic rank 4s, Castel, Daigusto, because both of his effects apply in this deck. You can draw, or you can special summon a normal monster. Ouroboros I don't make as much, but he's in there just because he's a pretty good card. I could swap him out for something else. And lastly, Gustav Max, because you'll use 2 Conductor Tyrannos to burn for 2,000 in the event that you can't go for game right away with, and you have 2 Ultimate Conductors on the field. Overlay them, burn for 2. You know, if you have 2 Conductors, you've probably already inflicted a lot of damage. If they have less than 2,000 left, just finish them off with that. So that's about it. I know it's kind of a lot to go over and kind of hard to explain because the monsters all have multiple effects and there's so many of them. But the replays will go a long way in showing what the deck can do and how it really works. It becomes pretty straightforward once you understand what all the cards do. It's just a matter of figuring that out. It's pretty impressive. It's a really cool deck. I really had a lot of fun testing with it, and I hope you guys enjoy it. If you have any suggestions for something I haven't figured out yet, let me know in the comments. We appreciate you guys watching. Thank you very much. Feel free to subscribe and enjoy the replays.